You were part of that panel that questioned Mahua Moitra. You also heard Jay Anant, the lawyer who first brought these allegations, and of course Nishikant Dubey, who was in a sense the instrument for these allegations to come public. Mahua Moitra's contention is twofold. Number one, that she was not given a fair hearing at the ethics panel, and two, none of what she has done constitutes a crime, a violation of the Indian Penal Code, and therefore she says the ethics panel has no business punishing her. How would you respond to both of those charges?
Parliamentary Standing Committee on Privileges and Ethics has submitted a very comprehensive report of around 500 pages to Honorable Speaker after due diligence. Now, I must say that this committee sat for 3 days and we heard the complainants, the two complainants, Jay Anand Dehadrai and Honorable MP Nishikant Dubey at length, and thereafter on the third day, on 2nd of November, we had invited Madam Mahua Moitra to come and depose before the committee. She, as we say, was given the opportunity of being heard, and I must say that she did walk in and she did speak for more than 1 hour about her own issues, about her personal life, so to say, and then thereafter there were certain questions which all of us had to ask. So the chairman of the committee started asking questions, and thereafter what happened, I think all of you have covered very well. She started fuming and fretting. She stormed out of the room. She used unparliamentary language for the chairman because she thought questions were asked because Draupadi ka Chir Haran was the intention, and you know, all kinds of allegations were leveled by her while talking to us. Now, to say that she was not given the opportunity of being heard was far from the truth. The entire day, 2nd November, had been dedicated to listening to her. She spoke to us for more than 1 hour, and thereafter she started fuming and fretting. She lost her cool and she walked out. So what am I saying is that the allegation that she is leveling against all of us, that we have not allowed her to talk, allowed her to speak, allowed her to put forth her viewpoint, is not true.
Okay.
And I must say that in 2005, when 11 members of parliament had been expelled from the Lok Sabha, at that point of time also the then speaker, Shri Somnath Chatterjee ji, had not allowed them to speak in the Lok Sabha. The defendant is never allowed to present the case in the Lok Sabha when the matter is heard by all the members of the Lok Sabha.
The only difference, and this is again Ms. Mahua Moitra's contention, the difference between the 2005 case and this case, according to her, is in the 2005 case, you had video footage of these members of parliament accepting cash from a undercover journalist which was part of the sting. And for that cash, in lieu of that cash, questions were asked. Those questions were told to those MPs. You can hear those questions in the video. You can see them take the cash. And for that cash, in lieu of that, they asked questions in the Lok Sabha. So in that case, there is evidence of money changing hands. Mahua Moitra's contention is, where is the evidence that she got these expensive gifts or the cash allegation of 2 crores was given to her? Where is the evidence that that happened for her to have gotten a quid pro quo for the questions that she asked?
See, there are 2 issues that have to be kept separately. One, unethical conduct as a parliamentarian, non-observance of parliamentary procedures. We have to understand this. And let me tell you, we heard the complainant and the defendant. We went through the affidavit, sworn affidavit by Darshan Hiranandani, and we also looked into the report of the ministries of IT, Home Affairs and other related ministries. She has ensured that 47 times the questions were uploaded from Dubai by the staff of Darshan Hiranandani, right? The Hiranandani is an Indian national, I must say, but he has residentiary rights in Dubai and he stays there with his staff. Now, on one particular day, questions were uploaded in members portal of Mahua Moitra from different locations, different geographies and jurisdictions.
Okay.
From Nepal, from Delhi, from New Jersey, let me tell you, from Bengaluru. So I think, how does it happen? And won't you explain this? Won't you term this as unethical conduct? Her behavior was unbecoming of a parliamentarian.
Okay.
And therefore, she has been expelled from the Lok Sabha because she went against the procedures.
So let me ask Dr. Panja of the TMC.
Conduct standards.
Yeah. Dr. Panja, you know, the problem is that Mahua Moitra, the TMC, the India bloc, which is now supporting Mahua, is missing the basic contention here. It's not so much the fact that she shared. All right, we'll go across to Shashi Panja in just 1 second. I believe the audio has been lost. If the audio does come back, please do inform me, and then I'll go straight across to her because she's the member of the TMC who's of course going to be defending Mahua. But let me ask Pawan Verma this. The charge, the graver charge against Mahua Moitra is not the fact that she shared her login credentials, but who she shared it with. By his own admission in the statement that he recorded, which was then countersigned by the High Commission there, he has said, Mr. Hiranandani, that all right, Dr. Panja is back. Dr. Panja, the graver charge against Mahua Moitra is who she shared her login credentials with. Darshan Hiranandani says in his statement that he had a business rivalry with the Adani Group and that he was privy to information which is parliamentary privilege. You know, minutes of meetings that she attended of various parliamentary standing committees. He had access to draft copies of bills that were being discussed in the corridors of Parliament. All of these are confidential information given to a person who has a vested interest, who is a corporate rival of that very same corporate group that Mahua Moitra had been railing and ranting against. So that is the contention. It's not so much, oh, her parliamentary credentials were violated. That's fair enough. But violated by who? Who did she give it to? That is the more important part.
Good evening, Jacobs. Though I missed a bit of the answer of Aprajita ji, but nevertheless, I begin from where you asked. And that is, this is that very ethics committee which never sat and sat ever since July 2021. This committee never sat. Nevertheless, this is precisely the reason as to why she should have been heard. If you have these questions, and the right person to answer these questions would have been the member herself, Mahua Moitra, and that is why our leader in Lok Sabha requested the Honorable Speaker to give her a chance to speak on these allegations. You see, what happened in the Ethics Committee, much as Aprajita Di may say that she was heard, the allegation on behalf of the member Mahua Moitra is that she was not heard. It was already preconceived, it was already biased, the questions were malicious, the questions were disparaging, there were humiliations, and this was not related to the two allegations that cash for question, cash for query, and the login, portal logging. So if that justice was given, and if she could have given her, deposed in the committee in a comfortable way on these two allegations specifically, then I think the committee would have had a full report. Secondly, what she asked was, and Jacobs, you have been referring.
Sure. No. What is her defense to those two charges?
Mr. Jacobs, you have been referring.
She herself has admitted login credentials were violated. And again, I keep coming back to this, not violated by any Tom, Dick or Harry, violated by an interested party.
Mr. Jacobs, that is why it is important that she wanted to cross-examine Mr. Hiranandani.
Okay.
And if you can allow Mr. Jay to come to that committee and depose along with the member, the complainant, Mr. Nishikant Dubey, why was Mr. Hiranandani also not called to that committee to depose? Because she also wanted to cross-examine on those very grounds. Because she has mentioned that she has shared those login ID definitely for secretarial assistance. Is somehow, do not underestimate the intellect and capabilities of the honorable member. I mean, she has questions which she framed for herself. She doesn't require anybody to frame those questions. I mean, national security, where are we heading to? National security didn't come in when the Pegasus was used to snoop on people, judiciary, political representatives. Then we didn't talk about it. Pegasus is still pending. And see just how Ethics Committee does not know what its jurisdiction is. Has it overstepped the mandate?